I know it's been a while. In fact, I have hiked another 4,000 footer. I was going to make a video of it, but I decided to skip ahead on my list. So instead of doing an easy one, I did Mount Musalaki or something like that. Can't remember the exact pronunciation. I'm probably getting it wrong anyway. Which made me doubt my convictions to photography, life, and pretty much everything. So today we're out at the Zabriskie Lake area. Most of today's hike is going to be consisting of fire roads and kind of this honeycombed little trail system. So let's get to it, see if we can get some photos today. So, part of the problem with today is that it is overcast. Few little sprinkles. It's not supposed to rain, but you know, that doesn't mean anything. So, let's see what we see. Now, some of the cloud cover is starting to break up because it's just around 9 o'clock. So, by noon, I expect the clouds to be really nice. But, of course, new lighting is terrible, as to be expected. So I don't expect to get anything on this particular journey, but if I do, it's going to be beautiful New England lakes. It turns out New England looks just like you imagine it from all the stupid postcards. Alright, looks like we're coming up on a view. Let's see what it has. Okay, so as you can see from the B-roll, we've got what looks to be some people practicing for rowing crew or something like that, or at least row practice. So I've got the 7200 out. I'm out near 200, and I'm just kind of trying to get them in about center 2/3 into the frame. Just, you know, some quick snapshots, and they're getting pretty far now. But we've got the start of some fall color in the background here, which should enhance the image. And despite it being overcast, it's actually a relatively clear day. Now, that being said, there is some mist, there is some fog across the lake. So hopefully that'll add a little bit of a atmosphere to it. But I think I'm going to go for some more minimal kind of classic landscape shots. There's a nice branch over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my tripod so I can do a long exposure. I'm probably going to put the 6-stop on. Definitely going to move to the 24-70. Yep. So let's get to that. Alright, so for this composition, we have essentially a nice view of the lake, but we've got this one branch that's kind of just sticking out of the water at an angle. And what that's going to be giving us is a little bit of foreground interest, right? So we have kind of something for the viewer to look at, but it's relatively minimalistic. It's a nice nature scene. I'm zoomed in all the way to 70 because I want it relatively tight. I don't want it any tighter than that, otherwise I'd get the 70-200 on here. I might actually shoot it a little bit wider, just to add in more. Now, something I did notice that I'm going to have to do in post is there is a marker out there in the middle of the lake, and I think it kind of distracts from the composition. Hold on one second. I'm going to take one more exposure, slightly wider. So I took it about 24, about 50, and then at 70. And we'll see which one I like in post. but I know I'm going to have to do some post-processing. Now, interesting thing, there's a rock in the foreground here, and I'll show you that in a second, where the waves are causing it to ripple out, and I think it would make an interesting shot. So what I'm going to do is I actually want the 24 to, I don't want the 24 to 70 for this, so I'm going to switch back over to the 70-200 and try and get a nice close-up shot. Alright, so we're almost near the point. In fact, there's a sign here. That indicates we're right about to the loopy bit. That is the technical term, by the way. And hopefully, at that point, there is some good photos to be had. Okay, let's move on. Alright, so we're out here at Battery Point, and I think I've got a few nice shots of the beautiful old white buildings across the way. Now they are a bit far away, obviously we're on the edge of a lake. It's a decent sized lake, it's not gigantic, but it's not small either. So, looks like I'm probably going to break out the 70-200. I don't really need to worry about a tripod, I'm not trying to do a long exposure here. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Alright, looks like that's it for today. You know, I think I may live in a postcard. Oh, this is just, you know, postcards are nice. They make nice photos. People like postcards. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I like waking up at 2 in the morning, going out hiking for a couple hours to get to a spot, shooting sunrise. I don't know. I mean, the cloud cover hasn't really been great for sunrise or sunset. A couple of days ago it was, but a couple of days ago it was during the week, and I kind of have this job thing. It's really annoying sometimes, don't you think? Wouldn't it be nice if we could just spend all of our time as free time? No, I like my job. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, no, I miss grad school. As ironic as that sounds. You know, can't go out hiking on a Tuesday anymore. But oh, also I should mention, if any of my students are watching, don't you have a project to do, or a lab, or what have you, rather than watching your professor's YouTube videos, which are somewhat poorly produced. Oh well, that's it for today. If I got anything else after this, I'm probably not going to record, so I'll just throw it in here. And that'll do it for today. Well, time to hike back. See y'all.